Hi, this is Glenda, and today I'm making a soap, and I'm going to be using oatmeal, milk, and honey fragrance oil. Here I have the light water, and that suspicious looking thing there is actually tomato puree or tomato paste that I had frozen, and I added it to the light water. The idea is that it will turn the soap somewhat yellow because the fragrance tends to give it a beige tone. I also added honey fragrance formulator, and that's also supposed to make it a little bit darker. I also included some titanium dioxide in here. I put about a teaspoon of titanium dioxide on the light water. So I'm going to mix it first before adding it to the oils. And let me check. It is at 91. The oils are at 99. Alright, it looks like all the tomato paste is broken down and disintegrated, so I'm going to go ahead and add the light water to the oils. And I'm also, since the fragrance has the name oatmeal on it, I feel somewhat pressure to put some actual oatmeal on it. I have both colloidal and just ground oats. I think I'm gonna use this one. I ground it. What's the past tense of grind? This is ground. Myself, and just by putting some oats in the spice, grinder or coffee bean grinder. So I think I'm going to use a couple tablespoons of this. And other than what I already added, which is the titanium dioxide and the tomato puree, I'm not going to add any other colorants. Alright, it looks like the soap batter is emulsified, so I'm going to go ahead and add the fragrance. It smells really good. Very, very good. It sort of has a tone of almond in it, even though it's not in the name, but it reminds me of almond fragrance. Alright, I don't have any plans to make any specific designs on the soap other than some embeds that I'm going to put. So I'm going to try to bring it to medium trays so that the embeds don't sink. So I'm ready to put this in the mold, so I'm going to bring it forward. As I was pouring it, it seemed like if part of the soap was curdling, so it seems it was getting thicker at the bottom than it was on the top. This color looks pretty. Hopefully the discoloration of the vanilla won't be too bad, and it can retain some of this creaminess and some of this pretty light color. Now, usually when most people make honey soap, it's ideal to put bubble wrap on top to give it the texture of honeycombs, and I've done that in the past, but I don't think I have enough bubble wrap now to do it for this one. So the embers that I'm going to put, I'm going to show them to you. And this is why I wanted this to be a lighter color, because they're sort of beige and sort of the color that I think the soap is going to turn if I don't do anything to it. This soap is a favorite of my mom, so I'm making it so that I have something to include in her Mother's Day gift. So basically what these are hexagon shapes, and I made them with an extruder and soap dome. I had a bunch of soap dough in this color, and quite honestly, I didn't know what to do with it. I had made it for a project. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so I just decided to do this, and now the soap's getting hotter, so I need to somewhat insert them in the middle. Oh yeah, I can feel it's getting really warm, the soap butter. So I'm not really sure. I don't think they're gonna be in any pattern specific, but it's supposed to look, I guess, like the honeycomb or similar to it, but I don't think they're gonna be close to each other or anything like that, or they might be touching. I don't know. That's the truth. Let's see, we'll put some here. Okay, that was quite messy. So since this soap is about honey, or at least it has the honey effect on it, it reminded me of a show I was watching on, I think it was on Amazon Prime, but it was about this, well, the show itself was about relationships between animals and humans, and most of the time the humans are the ones who get the most benefit out of the relationships we have with animals. However, they were describing this one animal, it's a bird in Africa, that he seems to have established a relationship with humans that is mutually beneficial to both. And what he does is that he guides humans to where there are bees nests, and these are African bees. So their nests are, apparently they're hard to find. They're way up high on trees and hidden from view. But the birds, being able to fly, they can see them. So they make a call, like, how they make sounds when they sing. So they have a specific call when they see humans, especially those that are hunters, like honey hunters or honey, I guess, retrievers. And they also can answer to a call that humans make as well. And what they do is that they fly from tree to tree, and the people, in the show, it was a couple of kids, young boys, and they will see where the bird was going, and slowly he guided them to the right tree. Once they got to that tree, then the boys, they had their sticks with them and a way to make a fire just to create a smoke. So one of them will climb up and use the smoke to sort of, make the bees sleepy or just make them calm. And then he will retrieve some of the honeycombs and bring them down. Then when he comes down, he gets the honey out of the honeycombs and puts them into this container. And the bird the whole time is just waiting. He's just watching nearby. And when they're done, then the boys left the waxy honeycomb on a rock. And that is the prize. That's the reward for the bird to eat, because apparently this bird loves eating the empty honeycombs with the wax. And I thought it was interesting. If you want to read more about it, I'm going to include some links to the story in the blog. So if you want to read it, just head over there, and I'll put the recipe as well. Alright, so I've removed the soap from the mold. It's been a little bit over maybe 24 hours. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it and see what the embeds ended up looking like. I truly do like this fragrance, and adding the honey formulator to it did increase that honey note of it, so it's very yummy smelling. Okay, here There's two of the honeycomb shapes or the hexagon shapes coming out, and I think it does look like honey on top, that melt and pour. But I should see more of the hexagon shape as I cut through it, I think. Oh, here's 3 of them. It's hard to tell that they're a honeycomb, but hopefully people will get it. My mom will get it. And I like the color that it has. Hopefully it will not discolor much. But I'll take pictures if it does, and I'll post them at the end of the video. Well, we've reached the end of the video. Thank you for staying so far. I'll see you next week. Subscribe if you haven't and if you want. And have a great rest of the week. Bye.